Hey everybody, Ben Nelson here. It's that time for another update for you for the real estate market here in the Portland metro area. This obviously comes at a very unique time in everything that is going on with this coronavirus and people having social distancing and how it's affecting jobs and the ability for people to get out and work and connect and all those things. It's taken a huge hit on the stock market. Obviously, it's had a huge effect there. And so the question becomes, how does that affect real estate? And that's what I want to touch on here a little bit. This is going to be a little bit longer video than normal, so stick with me if you can. I'm not going to get as into the nitty gritty on the numbers as I usually do. I just kind of want to hit on a couple key points just to kind of give some perspective and shed some light on a few things and my take on that. So number one, we went into this with super low inventory throughout the nation, especially here in Portland. We were under 2 months on the market of inventory on the market, so very low inventory, still tons of demand. In fact, even this week, as we've gotten into this with more and more going on with the coronavirus, more and more people staying at home, we're still seeing things go very, very quickly. Investment properties, duplexes, fourplexes, even single family homes going pending here just in a matter of a couple of days, depending on what it is. So we're definitely seeing continued activity in spite of all of these things that are going on. So that's encouraging. The other thing is that assuming we get through this in a relatively short amount of time, nobody knows exactly how long this is going to drag on. Hopefully it's on the short end, but basically we're going to end up seeing that spring market get pushed into the summer. We had only a couple months on the market. People may sit on the sidelines as far as putting their homes up for sale or buyers looking. We definitely are seeing some of that where people are kind of doing a wait and see. But once we roll through this, then those people are going to pick up their search again, and we'll be off and running again. Again, that low inventory number is a big factor in the sense that will help to keep values up. I don't foresee a whole glut of inventory coming on the market, which is going to put that pressure downward on pricing. The other thing is rates are amazing right now. If you're looking to buy and you're a long-term perspective, whether that's your personal residence or that's an investment property, this is a fantastic time to lock in some long-term low interest debt and get some great investment real estate. Make sure you're buying it with some extra buffer on those rents in case we're gonna see a little bit of pullback there. But low interest, long-term debt on good properties is a very good thing to do right now. Again, we're not buying as an investor. We're not buying on asset value. We're buying on cash flow and what that can do for you in the long term. So even if there was a dip a little bit in pricing, think long term. Think great debt. Think great low interest, and have a long-term perspective on it. If you're getting locked up in short-term financing, we don't really know what's going to happen in the financial markets. There could be some additional turmoil here, again, depending on how long this plays out and what the Fed continues to do with rates and putting money back into the system. We don't know how all that's going to play out in the market, but barring some huge disaster there, if we lose all of our liquidity, there could be a pullback in pricing there because of that. But so the short-term stuff, depending on what you're doing, depending on what you're working with, just keep your eyes on that and just have that in mind. Long-term is a great opportunity to lock in that pricing and have a long-term perspective on it. So I'm going to post the full market action report that I always post. I'm going to post a couple extra comments in there, just pointing to a couple of those numbers in there, and just my take on how that could translate. Again, it all depends on how quickly we get through this thing with the coronavirus and get to the other side of it. Hopefully that's sooner than later, especially with all the precautions that they have that they've instituted. That should help us get through that much quicker and back to normal everyday life, where we can get out and about and look at properties and network and all that stuff like we're used to doing. So check that out too, and I will give you my take on some of those numbers. But stay safe out there. Make sure you're taking those extra precautions. Keep your head up, because I feel like we're still in a good spot in our market. I think there's a lot of great opportunity out there. Be out there looking for that opportunity and keep a positive attitude. We're in this together. If I can be of any help, please feel free to reach out. Happy to chat about any of this. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but happy to talk to you about any of this, have a conversation. Any worries, any trepidation, anything you want to talk about, I'm here to do that. I'm here to serve you. Let me know what I can do. Make it a great rest of the day.